Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is game 2 between TLO and Probe, here on Prion Terraces. In the bottom side of the map, we have the red Zerg player representing Team Liquid and the nation of Germany. It is Liquid, the TLO, also known as the Little One. And in the top side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player representing Australia and Echo Gaming, it is Probe. Alrighty then, fantastic from both of these players. That game 1 was so well played. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to put a link right up here in the top. Please click on that and watch game 1 before you watch this game number 2. Because it tells you who needs to win and who can afford to take a loss before going home. Because this is a best of 3 series. So if the winner of game 1 wins game 2, that's it. We're done with the series. Thanks for playing. My experiment is over. However, if the player who lost game 1 wins game 2, we move to a rubber match and into game number 3. So TLO sending a drone scout out. Look at this, sending a drone scout. Don't see that very much. And putting the, there we go, taking then the gold base here as his first base. This is a map that has been muttered about as being Zerg unfavored or unbalanced in the favor of Zerg. And yet, we have seen Protoss players win in this matchup on this map before, so nothing much to worry about there in my professional opinion. One thing I do want to point out, as this drone actually starts to block out this Nexus from Probe, trying to go gateway expand, unfortunately, says TLO, I'm going to run around in circles, take some zaps, actually a couple more zaps than he wanted to, but you kind of have to stay in this little narrow area. A lot of zaps. A second probe comes on, and TLO says, I forced 2 workers off the line, delayed the Nexus, my job is done. Meanwhile, some more of the same dance down here. TLO was going to take this base, then feinted. He's going to take a third base here at the gold. Probe sent a probe out to block that, and then TLO took his third anyway, so not a big deal. Back here, we have TLO's natural. You'll notice he had about 300 minerals as soon as the drone showed up to plant this. Now, newer players will take the drone up here, wait until they have 300 minerals, and say, please go plant a hatchery down here. Then the drone has to walk all the way down this thing and all the way back up here. And all that time, your 300 minerals are doing nothing for you. Nothing at all. Just tying up money you can spend on workers and other stuff that you need. So for sure, wait until your drone is there. Try to time it so your drone or your probe or your SCV is where you want them to be before they start building that base, because it can actually save you a little bit of time, a little bit of money, and help you in the long run. So that's my pro tip of the day. TLO is going a gasless opener with this 3 hatch. That makes a lot of sense. You really need a lot of money to keep up with that drone production compared to the probes that are coming out. If you get gas, it kind of slows things down. It cuts into your production, cuts into your mineral production, and it's really not something we'll see for at least another couple minutes here from TLO. But he is sending out a couple lings. That's 2 lings, 4 lings. Going to be aggressive here with these Zerglings, and now taking the extractor with the pressure on this extractor as well, actually blocking gas consumption for probe. Interestingly enough, is he going to let that finish? No, canceling it and rebuilding again. Interesting. So he did force probe to take an assimilator down here as a mothership core tries to kill this. I don't think there's enough DPS on a mothership core to actually get through that extractor. The lings are here now, though. Can they get this pylon down before the mothership core recognizes it? No. Mothership core sees what's going on. Photon overcharge does kill one of the Zerglings. Again, it takes 2 shots from a pylon overcharge to actually kill a ling. So not super efficient, but they hit pretty hard and pretty fast. And so in the long run, lings do not want to stick around when that is going on. There's still enough energy for 1 more photon overcharge and 2 in about 2 seconds here. Ready, set, 2 available. An adept heading on back after doing some harassment there. Looks like the queen shoved her away. Did the adept get any kills? No, none whatsoever there, but might have gotten a bit of a scout off there. Overlord taking shots from the stalker and getting out of range before he ends up dead there. I assume overlords are males for some reason. I don't know, maybe because I'm sexist. Who knows? Probe here at the Zelniga Watchtower. I like that play indeed. Checking to make sure third base doesn't get taken too early by Probe. That's what these lings are there for. Income tab, 38 to 37 harvesters. Probe is in the lead to this point. But again, this 3 base economy, especially with this gold, is going to kick in at some point and really start to cause some problems for Probe. So we'll see if he can handle this. What is he doing back at his own base? He's actually going for a Phoenix here. Phoenix play is something that Probe is known for. He's pretty darn good with it, has some pretty decent control. Also getting a Forge double warp gate here at the top and getting all 4 gases now at both of his bases. A lair is on the way for TLO. He is also getting himself an evolution chamber. Roach production has begun for our Zerg player as he got all the workers he really wants. He's still continuing to produce drones, But I don't see much of a reason, as the Phoenix takes down the Overlord, to make a lot of roaches unless you're planning on being super aggressive with them, which he very well might be. As this third Nexus is down, it's not super well protected. There will be 2 pylons for photon overcharges, but that's about it. I don't know what other units are on the field for Probe. He has 2 Phoenix and a Sentry, a Stalker, and an Adept here. So if we can get a lot of roaches and Ravagers out from TLO, this could actually force a cancel on that third and really set Probe back. Inject, Queen. You got to do it. You have enough energy to... Come on, TLO. We believe. There's the inject. Good girl. Good girl. Hydralisk Den popping up too. So, okay, maybe not going Roach Ravager push. Perhaps going for Lurkers. Perhaps just going straight Roach Hydra, which we haven't seen a lot of in Legacy of the Void. When we have, it hasn't worked super well. So, creep spread pushing on up towards the player, towards the blue player's base, who happens to be Probe. Phoenix running around, but there are 3 queens right here. How many queens are on the field for TLO? 5. Nicely done. So 5 total queens, creep queens, defense queens, Phoenix killing queens. No Spore Crawler in that base. There's one here though, but this is surprisingly ripe for picking if these Phoenix want to get in there and take a look at it. More gateways, indeed it is. More gateways, more Phoenix. Going for a fairly big Phoenix ball is Probe, and a Lurker Den on the way for TLO. So definitely going for Lurkers. It is 94 to 78 total supply. TLO again starting to skyrocket ahead, losing another Overlord to the Phoenix. This Phoenix joining the ball. Adepts heading down a sneaky way. They don't want to go on the creep because that means that TLO can see them as the Phoenix fly on in, start killing some workers, taking some shots from a Spore Crawler. Another Spore Crawler on the way. TLO recognizing that this Phoenix ball is big enough to actually warrant some static defense. So there are Hydras here. There are Queens here. Here comes the Psionic Transfer running in as fast as they can. They want to get to this base before TLO recognizes what is going on here, and the Phoenix distracting things as well. There's a bunch of Roaches actually, and a couple Hydras, and a couple Queens. Not a good spot for Adepts to be in whatsoever here. Taking a lot of damage, and one does manage to escape here and gets up here before it immediately dies. Phoenix running around as well, and some Lings were just kind of making sure a 4th base wasn't here, but they're going to head on home. Creep spread almost, it's within sight of this base for Probe of that 3rd, which is not good at all. This creep spread looking kind of amazing, actually, for TLO. Can he make this work or not? Hydra's on the field, going to chase away those Phoenix. Hydra count 8 in production, already has 8. Wow, wow, more and more Hydras on the way. He's going really heavy into this Hydra Lurker type combo, which makes a lot of sense. It's pretty good against what we're seeing from Probe. Phoenix really have no chance against it. Your immortal count can't be that high. A lot of Zealots though, kind of dumping the excess minerals into that, and pushing on out is Probe. So here he comes with the Zealots, with Adepts, with Immortals, killing some creep tumors at least, not allowing the creep to reach his 3rd. Just a bad, icky feeling for all you Protoss players out there. It's 156 to 116 total supply. Liquid TLO looking okay with his composition. Running on up here and just, wow, is he just going to burrow? He is. He just burrows with the Lurkers. Hydra is getting some snipes off as well. Double photon overcharge coming on up. Baited out the overcharges. Going to back on out. Going to wait for that Mothership Core perhaps to run out of energy. But look at this, 150 energy on that Mothership Core. That's enough for 6 photon overcharges. Dumping another one down a little bit unnecessarily. Now has enough for 5 photon overcharges. Phoenix still kind of dancing around here. The 4th base is complete for TLO. Not a good look as my game locks up just a little bit there. What was that? Not a good feeling. Alright, moving in from the right side are the Hydras and the Lurkers and the Roaches. They're trying to take a Phoenix. The Phoenix manages to back on out though. There is a Archon here. A lot of Zealots are dying to the Hydras. Hydras do so well against them. Trying to pick up the Lurkers and kill them or take them out of battle at the very least using the Graviton Beam. But no, Lurkers are still on the ground. Hydra sniping on every single Phoenix. Immortal stays his welcome a little bit too long there. Pushing in once again, the Lurkers burrow with their spines, doing extra damage to those armored units, which are Immortals in this particular situation. And just kind of forced to retreat here. Some reinforcing Roaches taking the wrong path and actually getting killed by some Zealots. More Roaches show up to help with that though. Lurkers stabbing through. Zealots just stand no chance at all. Spine, look at that, taking that Immortal down almost by itself was that one Lurker. Immortal is down to 15 hit points. And this is a pretty good siege set up here by TLO. It's 132 to 87 total supply. And then the Lurkers go home. Where are you going, Lurkers? You had this. Alright, maybe he doesn't want to overextend. That's okay. I can live with that. Let's see. No workers have been killed for Probe. Probe hasn't lost anything, although 6 drones have died to that Phoenix harass. So excellent, excellent work by Probe thus far. Income is 57 to 63. Harvesters TLO In the lead that way, army value 1,800 minerals, 800 gas for Probe, 3,400 minerals, 1,500 gas for TLO. Looking very strong indeed on this map. A 5th base coming up too, and the creep spread continuing. No, he's kind of let it die right there. But some zealots dancing on about, trying to see what they can see, taking Zelnaga watchtowers. I wonder if they will live too long, though, as some roaches were chasing them down. It looks like they did manage to escape. 2 zealots, again, onto the creep. This is something that TLO can see. Another push, though. Purification Nova, actually catching a roach there. Another Nova getting another roach. Pretty good dodges thus far by TLO. A lot of roaches, a lot of hydras here as the zealots come right into this base. The queens are going to try to kill them, and roach pops out just in time as well. But an immortal back here, up to 20 total kills before it finally falls there. Photon overcharge, and the mothership core ends up getting sniped down by those hydras. Another Nova killing a single roach, not super cost effective. Another one comes down and catches a hydra. Probe not getting the best connections in the world here, and that's it. A GG from Probe. Probe has defeated TLO's victorious, and Probe has left the game. All right, so by this point, you have watched game number 1. You know that TLO tied up the series here 1-1 with this little 10-minute game with the Roach Hydra Lurker combination. Yeah, again, he just got his army up so fast. Probe would try to go for the Phoenix, try to go for Disruptor and Immortal. It almost worked out for him. I think another couple good Purification Nova hits might have been very, very useful there, but TLO managed to dodge them pretty darn ably. Indeed, this Disruptor only has 2 kills, which is just not what you expect to see from something with that much splash damage. So well played by TLO, fairly well defended by Probe there. I liked the Phoenix harass, but losing them all up here was a big deal to those Hydras. And again, I think TLO recognized to deal with that Phoenix ball, he needed Hydras, and he got them and he made them work. So nicely done, Liquid at TLO, and we'll move on to Game 3 tomorrow. So that's it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Sippin'.